Hey everyone, new appearance again. The second time I've done this in this blog series. Yeah, all the hair is gone. This is the shortest I think I have ever had my hair in my life. It was just getting really, really hot down here, and the dry season's coming, and that means the sun's just going to be beating down on us. Figured I was just going to bite the bullet, cut off all my hair. And I think even in my last video I said how, oh man, my hair's coming back and I really like it. Yeah, it between that video and this video, yeah, I had to get rid of it. Also, my girlfriend back in La Paz, when I went back to visit for New Year's, her and her family were looking at me. They were like, Mike, you're starting to look like some sort of cave dweller or something like that, some sort of barbarian, as they say. They say barbaro, and that's what they said I was starting to look like. Personally, I would say, oh, that's so cool. It's not cool down here, unfortunately. See what all happened. For New Year's, went back to La Paz, hung out with the fam, hung out with Katya's family, and we had a big party. We had karaoke. I mixed drinks. They thought that was awesome. Let's see, pretty fun stuff. Kind of your normal, what you would think of for a New Year's party. Really, the only thing that was different was the language, and so that was actually kind of really comforting, especially when I had been going through kind of a real culture shock in how the whole holidays were passing by, and there was really hardly any sign of them in the street. When you walk down an American street, there's like lights and tacky ornaments all over the place. Just people all celebrating holidays, and it's all over the place. You really can't escape it. Here, you really don't even notice it. It's kind of hard to remember it. So it's definitely a little bit different. Let's see. After New Year's, went down to Ometepe Island. Ometepe is probably one of the most gorgeous places I have ever been in my life. If you don't know what it is, I highly suggest that you look it up. It is an island in the middle of, well, it's not really the middle, but it's a big island in the middle of Lake Nicaragua, made of two volcanoes, and absolutely gorgeous. I think it's in the running to be in the new seven natural wonders of the world. Ometepe Island. Beautiful, beautiful place. Went and swam in these gorgeous swimming holes, visited Archaeology Museum. The Archaeology Museum was a fun one. Went in, and literally I was put off within the first 5 minutes of getting there. When we walked up to the front desk, we asked them how much was to get in. I was speaking Spanish perfectly fine, and the desk lady, she looks at my family and says, for them, 50 Cordobas. For you, 120 Cordobas. And I'm like, why do I have to pay that? Well, because you're a foreigner. I'm like, what does that have to do with it? And they said, well, because you're going to need a translator. I'm like, but I don't want a translator. I speak Spanish probably well enough. Like, well, you can't do it. You have to have a translator. Oh, so I was like, oh, crap. I mean, it's the difference between, like, $3 and $6, but it was the insult that was making me angry. But I was placated when I started seeing awesome, cool artifacts. They're all pre-Columbian, and they're all from Ometepe Island. That was really cool. Among them, this should be a little strange, is actually a pre-Columbian ceramic dildo. That was really something else to see. I believe there's some photos of that thing somewhere on my Facebook, so if you guys see this, go to my Facebook and you can see this wonder of the world. That thing was huge, I must say. But enough about that. Awesome place. Can't wait to go back. gorgeous volcano that I have to climb, and it's the second highest in all of Nicaragua, and I intend to scale it. What probably the highlight of the trip, though, was waking up in the morning in the kind of the hotel hospedaje that we were staying in, and walking out the door, and there were monkeys that had come down out of the forest to eat the trash. And I actually managed to feed a wild monkey a banana. That was awesome. Probably the coolest moment of being here in Nicaragua. It was just like, boop, and the monkey takes the banana and he runs away. Monkeys are mean, by the way. You guys gotta have a realistic view of what these monkeys, what they do, what they act like, how they sound. I am reaching up with a banana towards this guy. He's coming down out of the tree, and he's got this hideous face. I hate you! You intruder of my forests! I mean, they're not really very friendly when they're wild. You see them in the zoos all the time, and they play with balls, or they throw toys around. Occasionally one might throw his poop. Now these guys are, they're not very nice in the wild. They're kind of like people that are just, they're not very happy. They'll just leave it at that. So definitely have to go back to re-experience that at some point here in Nicaragua. Also, what's been happening, as soon as we got back, my youth group started, and lots to say about that. Basically what we're doing is I'm taking, like I think I've already told you guys this before, but it's all the students that are graduating from the primary school going into the first year of the high school. Basically, we're taking the themes that are most important to first year English and giving it to them in this big high intensity package. Basically, that sounds really cool when I say it like that, but it's really not. But basically, it's every day, 2 hours a day. 2.5 hours a day, depending on what we're doing, what my energy level is, and basically I teach a class. First day was canceled. I don't honestly know what happened. I have a feeling that it had something to do with a presidential inauguration, which was going to be the next day, and I think there was something going on with the political scheme of things. I don't really know. Or maybe people just weren't in town that day. The director who was going to open the school was not in town. I'm not exactly sure what the deal was. Probably my Spanish just failed me in that instant, and oh well. But day 2, 32 students came. Never seen a youth group that big, especially not on the first day. Yeah, I was just really unprepared for that. But they learned really, really well, and we went over greetings and things like that. Second day, the group grew to 47 students. These are just total voluntary. This is not a class. Total voluntary. These kids are just coming out of the woodworks for this class. Then we're going over things like objects in class, actions like sit down, stand up, come to the board, copy this, listen, be quiet, I need a volunteer, things like that. We were just kind of going over those sort of vocabulary. Then came along day 3, which was today. 57 students. I've talked to the director, and she says, well, basically the word has gotten out that you're teaching English, and everyone in all the outlying communities are sending in their 6th graders to learn. Boom. That's basically what's going on. So, who knows where this place can go. I've told them that I can't accept anymore. I cannot teach a class of 60 11-year-olds at the same time. Well, not all of them are 11. A lot of them are actually a lot older than that because they've been held back for years, things like that. So, I think my oldest student might actually be 16. But that's just kind of something that happens down here. but they're all at the same level in English, and they're all progressing very quickly, which I am really happy to see. Tomorrow is test day for them. We have like 2 weeks. I had that the end of the first week we're going to have our midterm test, if you want to call it that. We're going to review everything right before the test, and then we're going to go right into the test. There's half of it's going to be written, half of it's going to be oral, and then next week we're going to go over some more stuff, and the next Friday, we're going to have another test. Probably the majority of it's going to be oral test, with just a little bit of writing stuff, just I don't know, some spelling issues, how to convert, that's a big one, how to convert a singular noun to a plural noun, that's actually really hard, and the verb to be, that's a really hard one, but we're going to be drilling those in. They're going to know these, they're going to go into first year English, and they're going to be awesome. At least that's what I hope for. So, wish me luck when you watch this video, and hope to see you guys next time. This is Mike signing out from Peace Corps, Nicaragua.